Hi there, this is Josh from Literary Gladiators, and today I'm here with a book tag. The book tag that I'm going to be completing is the Kitchen Garden book tag, which was created by Kaylee from K. Roan. I saw that some of her prompts were a little bit similar to the herb book tag that I had in mind. Fortunately, when it came to the herb book tag, I was able to come up with different prompts for the different ideas. For instance, I came up with something different for basil and lavender. And not everything was the same. Especially because just because you have a kitchen garden doesn't mean there are herbs in that kitchen garden. There could be herbs in there, but it's not all herbs. I thought I would answer these prompts as well, because I thought it was very well put together, and it really made a good round throughout the BookTube community. So I thought I would fulfill the tag myself, and the first prompt is Rosemary. A book that stands the test of time, and we are going to go back to before the Common Era, and I'm going to say Aesop's Fables, because the morals to these and the different kinds of characters and figures within here are timeless. I really like how clever Aesop was in telling these different stories. The tortoise and the hare, and what's known as the boy who cried wolf, to this day are still being told and still carry a great deal of relevance. Next one is Mint, a book that offers fresh perspective. And for that I'm going with Secret Lives of Great Artists by Elizabeth Lunday. What really helps this book stick out is that there is a lot of wild information in here that you will not often find in traditional biographies on particular artists. This ranges from Jan van Eyck all the way to Andy Warhol, and it covers a great deal of ground, and I was really amazed. Some of these here, it's just, you have Frida Kahlo and her relations with Leon Trotsky. The fact that Vincent van Gogh would eat paint, and it had a major impact because of the ingredients that were in the paint. There's discussion of Caravaggio having murdered somebody, and the fact that Diego Rivera was a buffoon who had to be bathed by his wife, Frida Kahlo. Next one is Basil, a book set in the Mediterranean or written by an author from a Mediterranean country. And I'm going to be a bit outside the box, and I'm going to make mention to this Mediterranean cooking cookbook that I purchased from the Book Garden. I would like to make my way through this. I was skimming through this before, but I want to make utilization of the different cookbooks that I have. I made my way through the Cuisine Hungry. I'm going to start cooking recipes from that, but this is quite something. And this was published by Reader's Digest, so we have some very stunning photos. This is looks like the baked spinach lasagna. You got the recipe, and you got some very good visuals. Next one is Lavender, a book like a warm, calming hug. And for that, I'm going with What Happened to Rachel Riley by Claire Swinarski. I'm going to let you know that this is going to pop up in quite a few videos. Some of them are already up. I have an individual book review either up or upcoming. But this book takes on so many different emotions. And the warm, calming hug is a combination of the raw aspects of humanity, the heartfelt humor, the fact that you feel a great sense of emotion for these characters, the fact that you really feel a connection to them, and the agony that comes with the longing for a special kind of just light-hearted physical affection. Next is Thyme, an underrated book. I had something picked out before, but I ultimately was going through my Goodreads, and I think the best answer for this is Great French Short Stories, edited by Paul Negri. This has an average of 3.35 as far as ratings and reviews are concerned. I gave it 4.5 out of 5, and I ranked it as my 10th favorite book that I read back in 2016. But the other thing to keep in mind is that based off of my reviewing system, this does log in as a 4-star read. So it may have not done enough as far as being able to lift this up is concerned. But why I think this is underrated is because this is such a great and eclectic collection of various French authors. I think that this is a great sampling of what they have to offer and being able to delve into French literature, which is very much the reason why I picked this up. This is where I was introduced to Émile Zola, Voltaire, Prosper Mérimée, I do want to read more by Gustave Flaubert, even though his main one is Madame Bovary. And then Guy de Maupassant, who I was familiar with because I read The Necklace back in high school. And if you watched SpongeBob, you probably are aware of the story structure. Because there was the episode where SpongeBob and Patrick were assigned and tasked to paint Mr. Krabs' house. And the way that episode was structured, it's pretty much just like The Necklace. Next is Cilantro, an either hate it or love it book. And Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon is the book that comes to mind. The people that I've interacted with either love this book or hated this book. I hate the book because I feel that it is a way too over-the-top depiction, and Christopher John Francis Boone is placed in such a dire situation that he does not really get justice for. I despise his parents more than anything. And finally, Bergamot. Started bitter, ended sweet, a book you were unsure of but ended up liking. And I'm going to utilize the second part of that question. A book that I was unsure about but ended up liking was Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. And I will say that I didn't know what to expect when we were going to be going over this in the second roundtable read, but I ended up really enjoying it, and I really enjoyed it from start to finish. It wasn't like I thought it was a slog to begin with, and then it ended up being good. I liked it from start to finish. Those are my responses for the Kitchen Garden book tag. I will leave a link down below to the original, which I encourage you to check out. I want to thank you for tuning into this video, while we have many more videos coming. And if you like what you see, please give this video a good old like. Please subscribe for more. And if you absolutely really like what you see, please support us on our Patreon, for the money that we make will allow us to provide you, the viewer, with even more great content. For now, and as always, I encourage you to keep reading.